guys, a Comic Girl here, and today I'll be reviewing for you guys the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic new Brushables singles release. As you can see, these are the newest ones in the new packaging, new poses, new everything. So, as you can see here, this is definitely something different from the ones we've been seeing previously. So let's go ahead and take a look at the 4 that are currently out, I believe, and the 4 I happen to have. So here you can see the first one here is Twilight Sparkle. Sporting a crown or her element of harmony as her accessory. And here's the back of the package. Nothing too interesting, unfortunately, to read, but I do want to show you guys. Here's Pinkie Pie with a little cupcake as her accessory. And here's the back. Third one here we have is Rarity. And she has a little, her glasses she uses when she is sewing as her accessory, and here is the back. And last but not least, we have our one background pony in the set, and that is Lyra Heartstrings. So here is Lyra's front card here, and she comes with a little soda. And here she is on the back with a bonbon. So pretty cute. Again, unfortunately, nothing really to read. As you can see, this text here takes up about half of the package, which is quite unfortunate. I wish that they would put a little blurb, you know, maybe something as small as, you know, like who she is, or maybe like the episodes, or I don't know. It just, they've been starting to gradually just put this kind of the legal text requirements that you need to sell something, and they're not really putting any more interesting information, unfortunately. But here are the 4 ponies I happen to have. We're going to go ahead and take these out of the package to take a look at all of them a bit close up and compare them to the previous releases. Alrighty, so now that all these ponies are out of their packaging, let's take a closer look at all of them. So what I'm going to be doing for this toy review is a bit different. I'm actually going to be comparing them to their original releases, because that's what people were fearing the most, how they actually stack up to the ones that were released earlier, since there's been quite a bit of debate on what people think of these new molds. So anyways, let's go and take the first one here, Twilight Sparkle, and see how she compares to her original release. So as you can see here, I have the original Twilight on the left and the new Twilight on the right. So these are both the 3-inch style Twilights. And so let's go and take a look at a bit more detail at the new release. As you can see, this is the alicorn version of her with wings and a horn. Her leg is raised, and she's in a very dynamic pose with her legs a bit spread apart. Her hair looks to be the same, pink and purple. And her accessory is the element of harmony. Her head does turn, much like the originals. And her mouth is closed in this version. So comparing to the original release, here is a side view. Ooh, careful Twilight, don't want to fall. As you can see, the wings are much more show accurate, especially in her face too, it's pretty show accurate. Love the eyes on the new release. I actually like the new version of Twilight from the front as well. As you can see, the way her eyes are positioned, I think it makes it look really show accurate and pretty cute. I love the raised hoof. I think it's really adorable. The original is pretty good. I think if you also notice that the nose is actually higher on this release compared to the original. And again, the problem with the horn. And here's the side view again. And the back view. One thing you can notice is the hair quality is different. The newer one, it's not the worst I've seen in the G4 toy line, but it's not the best. The ends are a little frizzy. The tail isn't too bad, but compared to this one here, which I believe came with the Keymark Magic carriage, all the hair is very soft at the in the mane, and the tail is a little frizzy. While this, you can see the frizziness a little bit more in the mane as well as the tail. But overall, in terms of which one's my favorite out of Twilight, I actually really like the new Twilight, just because it is more accurate in terms of wings and horn compared to this one. So the new Twilight definitely gets my vote for this one. Alrighty, next pony we're going to take a look at is Pinkie Pie. As you can see, she has her kitty mark on the right hand side. She has a raised hoof on the right. She has her big blue eyes, and she has an open mouth expression. And she has pink hair. So let's go ahead and compare her to the original release of her. Oh, actually first, she does come with an accessory, and it's this little cupcake that clips onto her hoof. And it has a little red cherry on top, so that's pretty cute. And now we can get to the comparison. I'm going to turn on the side here. So here's the side view of Pinkie Pie. As you can see, the hair is about the same color, but the body is a much lighter pink. More show accurate, definitely. Here's the front view. Definitely this Pinkie Pie is a lot more expressive than this one. And we're going to go and turn it one more time. Here's the side view, and actually we're going to do the back as well. And here is the back view. So in terms of which one I like better for Pinkie Pie, definitely for me, the new G4 Pinkie Pie is pretty cute. Again, there's something about the old ones that are nice, but I really do like the new release, and I actually like these a lot more than I thought they would when I saw the first picture, especially of Pinkie Pie. I was not a fan of Pinkie Pie when I first saw her. So anyways, that's my opinion of Pinkie Pie, so let's go ahead and move on to the next pony. Alrighty, so next pony we have here is Lyra Heartstrings. So this is the new release of Lyra. As you can see, her little accessory fell off. It is a little soda cup with a clip so you can attach it to the leg. However, it is kind of loose for some reason. I don't know if that's just my release or if it's just bad, or not entirely sure. So I want to warn you guys that the cup is kind of loose. So you may lose it pretty easily. So here is a new release. As you can see, she has her cutie mark on the left-hand side. She has an open mouth expression, and she has her golden eyes and a pretty long horn. That's one thing about the the unicorns, is that their horns are kind of long for my taste. Not a huge fan, but her hair is white and green, the mint green that we know and love. So that is the new Lyra. Let's go and take a look at the old Lyra next to the new one. So here's the side view. Actually, I'm going to turn it this way first. There we go. So, oh, I forgot to mention her hoof is raised on this version. So pretty cute little stance that she's making. I'm more of a fan of the horns on the old release. That's kind of my opinion. I don't know what other people think. So that's the side release, or excuse me, the side view. Here's the front view. Again, the nuzzle is much lower down, and this one's much higher up. And I believe, in my opinion, I'm not too much of a fan of Lyra's eye placement in this. I feel like they're kind of, looks like a little fish or something in this release compared to this one. So there's that. And unfortunately, why I can't show it from this side is that my Lyra's head doesn't actually turn for some reason. It was just kind of glued, so it's kind of probably a bad example, but I'm going to use her anyways. And here is this side view. And I'm going to go ahead and show the back as well. One thing I do want to mention, the back legs are much further apart than the regular release, so that's something to keep in mind as well. But other than that, like I said, hard time standing up usually. I think for this one, I have to say I'm going to give it to old Lyra. I really think that the horn size is just better, and I don't like the whole fisheye thing that this one's got going on. She just kind of looks a little weird from the front. And I do want to mention from the back, she looks kind of weird, but you don't really look at the pony's back very often. But I think in terms of my favorite, definitely the old Lyra. So in my opinion, I think the old Lyra wins this one. The last pony here we have today is Rarity. So here is the new release of Rarity. As you can see, she has her hoof pointing to her because it is Rarity and she is always a superstar. She has her 3 diamond cutie mark. She has her big bluish purplish eyes, and she has an open mouth expression and the super long unicorn horn that I'm not a fan of except on the alicorns. And her accessory is these little reading glasses. I'm going to just go and take these off. And her hair is purple and kind of a magenta pink, and as well as her tail. So that is the new release of Rarity. Let's compare her to the old release. Let's go and do a side view first. I really like Rarity's expression on the side. I think it kind of fits her perfectly. Definitely more dynamic compared to the old Rarity. Here's the front view here. Again, I'm seeing this really weird fisheye thing going on with the new release that I'm not a fan of. Again, the unicorn horn is kind of a problem for me. I think it's too long. Here is the other side view. Let me move the hair here. And here is the back view. So as you can see here, I think this is a much better example of what I mean by how far the legs are apart and how kind of skinny they are. So something to keep in mind as well. Rarity is definitely had the highest case of constantly falling over because she isn't stable at all. I don't really know what they could have done to better that because her pose is really cute, but I don't know, maybe the structural people needed to take a better look at that to make sure that it's a more stable pony, but that is indeed Rarity. In terms of who my favorite is, I really like Rarity's pose here. There's just a couple things that are holding me back from making it my absolute favorite. First thing, they need to fix the front here. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, what is this face? It looks like she's about to come and eat you. Like, so sorry about that. That was kind of weird, but and her side face view just looks so off compared to this one. It's just so much softer and it's just a cuter toy. Again, if you look from the side, it's really cute, but the front is just, I don't know. So again, I think I'm gonna have to give this one to Classic Rarity just because I think, just in terms of like the way she's presented, I think she's just much cuter. So overall, Lyra and Rarity, the two unicorns, wasn't too a fan of. Pinkie Pie, on the other hand, and Twilight, definitely Twilight is a huge step up from the original release, and Pinkie Pie I think is a good improvement. So anyways, let me gather up all the new ponies again and let's go ahead and take a look for some final thoughts. Alrighty, so now some final thoughts on the new 2017 kind of movie tie-in rebranding of the Brushables. So overall, Twilight I love. Like, honestly, from the front I think she looks pretty good. The side, she looks awesome. I love the wings and the horn. She's not super tall and obnoxious like the way that they released her originally with the giant, or not Celestia, but Luna mold. Not the small Twilight mold that they used, that they just added the regular Pegasus wings. So I think that Twilight looks awesome. Pinkie Pie looks pretty good too. She doesn't have that really weird fish thing going on like the unicorns have, and I think she's just super cute. I love the lighter pink on her. And as I've already mentioned, the two unicorns, not really a fan of. They probably, I don't know if it's the fact that they have a huge horn and their mouths wide open, or the eyes are too far apart. I don't know what the problem is, but I am not a fan. Another thing I want to mention, like I said, this cup does not stay on to Lyra very well, so be careful of that because I can't even get this thing back on her. Like I mentioned, hair quality, it's okay. It's not the best. It's not the worst. In terms of stability, not the most stable toys, which is quite unfortunate. Plastic does feel kind of cheap, not too cheap. I mean, let me rephrase this. It's solid. It's just not as heavy feeling as this one here. This one feels like I could drop this and something bad probably won't happen. It has a good weight to it. This one, on the other hand, not so much. Another thing is, I mentioned this earlier, but the open mouths, I really wish they would have colored in and included a tongue. I think it just would have looked a little less creepy. But overall, I think that's all my thoughts. Are they worth getting? I mean, if you're a collector and you're watching this, then yeah, probably you're gonna already go out to your nearest store to go try to track these down. In terms of people who are watching this who are more, I guess you could say, you know, kids, teens, tweens, who actually still play with ponies, honestly, your older ones are your better bet because they're just more sturdy. I think they're more fun to play with because I don't feel like they're gonna kind of fall apart. Again, I don't mean to be sounding hard. It's just that I feel like I needed to be a little bit more critical on these because this is what Hasbro is introducing us to rebrand their whole toy line. So I wanted to give my sincere thoughts. Again, I feel like they're going on the right track, but they're not completely there yet. So anyways, why don't you let me know what you guys think? What do you guys think of this release? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Are you going to go buy them? I got these from Target for about $6. So not too bad of a price for a single, but again, we have seen better singles in the past. So anyways, let me know in the comments what you think, and yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe to see more videos in the future.